Come here. Whoa, whoa. Oh, depends on how much money we're talking about and shit, but
yeah, selling your soul to the devil. That's me.
There's no. Why did I just get derailed in the middle of what we were? God damn it.
Could be the bud.
No.
No.
It just happens.
Nah, I get that
message, but I'm sure my breath smells like fucking asshole in Copenhagen all the time because of it. So I can't boast about the fresh breath, but like, damn, you got old dip breath. I'm like, yeah, sorry.
We all know why it smells like asshole.
Amount of pressure and investment, that means you just can't stop. Like, you're in it now. For me, I can't stop, right? If I stop, I've just fucked my whole life, basically. So,
well, I probably feel like I could have taken advantage of Asmon. Here's what if you want to learn what not to do as a streamer, just watch Dark Side Pill.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you gotta zoom that in. Oh God, she's aroused. Lilith, damn girl. I'm mad up, and he gets done, and he looks over and he goes, "Oh, camera was on the whole time, huh?"
Wait. What do you mean? He's jacking off on the stream?
Yeah, but no, there's not really too many. At least in our sphere, there's not many besides Quinn. I think he's probably the most toxic out of all of them.
Okay.
Do you ever wish you could go back to just fishing? No chat, no metrics, no expectations?
No.
No?
Nope. Never.
I like to come in the shower too.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. Okay.
You guys on the island. Game over, Jogi62. You've won. Okay. Guilty pleasure that isn't gaming.
You know what it is, baby.
God damn it. I can't.
Let's jump back into it. Your stream is like if you had it a bit more to the more space on the side, right? That would be perfect. You could like get your face in there and everything. Yeah, that's it.
Come here. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, all right, let's keep our hands to. Let's keep my hands to myself. You're trying to bait me with this thing.
Get your face in there, baby.
Oh God.
Oh man. So troll. All right.
God damn it. That's why we can't have nice things.
Shit. Okay. All right. We're on monetization and trust. So this will be interesting for anybody that wants to pay the bills with their favorite hobby, playing games. How do you stay honest and still pay the bills? Most people sell out. You haven't. What's your code?
Well, define sell out for me, so I've got the right context.
So we spoke before about how people kind of jump on bandwagons a lot, right? I've noticed with you, and I mean, you've mentioned this yourself, we spoke about it before, that you kind of just play what you want to play. And maybe sometimes you will try something new if a sponsor asks. That's fair enough. I mean, you can always try a new game, but selling out is like you never do what you really want to do. You only do
Yeah, I got you.
where the money is, right?
It's very, first of all, very difficult to make money doing this. YouTube doesn't, you don't make shit on YouTube. Used to, but now nothing. YouTube is just now a vehicle. We're talking about just live streaming, this aspect of it. YouTube is a vehicle to steer people to your stream. You have to have some kind of, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, whatever, you got to have some kind of other avenue to steer people, because Twitch's discovery is very shitty. When you do the kind of fucking shit that I do, where you don't do the game, you don't make much money. I maybe make $12,000 to $14,000 a year. That's why I said it's, a lot of it relies on my old lady. But it's not really much different than guiding, because I was, guiding's not doing very well in a poor economy either. So it's not really that big of a deal. But when you start getting an audience a little bit, I was lucky, and was agency, reached out to me, and I said, well, why not? And that's really how you make money. You're going to make money by incorporating ads into YouTube stuff. So that when you do that, it really helps out. And it's annoying. Like, it's an internal, I just had to tell myself to get the fuck over it, because that's literally how it is now. Like, if you want to make money, content creation, you have to take ads like that. It's just how it is. Because YouTube, you're going to get a check, even if it's a really phenom. Let's say it's drama time, and you can farm a bunch of stuff up. You're gonna make $100 at a channel my size without any kind of sponsorships or anything. You're not gonna make jack shit, especially if you make parodies and shit that gets demonetized. Then you're not gonna make anything. And that's what some of my content that gets real popular, I don't make a fucking cent off of that stuff. And so there's a little bit of, on the backside, just to be a real human being, there's a little bit of, it's not really jealousy, but it's annoyance maybe, that people that do follow the cycle, it's just raining fucking subs all the fucking time over there. And you're like, damn, dude, like, none of these other guys spend 40 hours editing stupid ass shit like this that gets demonetized. So you end up feeling kind of stupid that you don't play the game. But, and to counteract that, you take a sponsor, you take an agent that will get you some sponsorships. And I told the guy when I signed with him that I wasn't pushing shit that I wouldn't use. Like, I even did that with Proficient. Like, all the sponsors that I have on Proficient, I use that shit. Like suffix line, all that shit that I push, I use the shit out of it. And I just, it's how I am. So, otherwise you have to rely on your audience to do that for you. And the economy's not great, and nobody has a lot of money. And I don't like relying on, it's great when the audience supports, but you have to, there's a fine line between, selling out. And if you were to ask me, like, what if PoE 2 came to you, just as an example, not that I probably want to do that, but what if PoE 2 came to you and like gave you a big ass bag to be an official sponsor? We're like, I live in fucking poverty. So it depends on how much money we're talking about and shit. But I think every man has their price on selling out, and every man would want to feed their family and provide for their family and have an opportunity to do that. It's just at what point, like, when is it okay? But I'm hoping that I won't have to, I'm hoping that you can just be natural. But I mean, even if you look at music, people sell out, quote unquote, sell out all the time, and they become the most successful, most successful things. That look at Metallica, biggest band of all time, and everybody called them a sellout. So is it, on the other side, I play devil's advocate. Is it really that bad of a thing? Is it better to have a small amount of viewers, or is it better to quote unquote sell out and have thousands of viewers and have, established generational wealth? What's the right? And that's just a little peep into my mental state sometimes with content creation. Is like, what is the right move? You know, like there's always that. Am I making the right move? Am I doing the, like, you know, there's always that too.
Yeah, selling
But
your soul to the devil. That's me.
there's no money in it though. Like, I mean, sometimes there's money. It depends on, and this is going to sound bad, but it depends on your audience demographic, and
Mm.
that's not something you can control. And that's not like like that's just some creators have their audience is very rich. Some creators, their audience is not. It just varies wildly. You can see in ARPGs, it just varies wildly from community to community, like where the whales are basically. There are whales, you know, where everybody knows about a whale. Where are the whales? And they're distributed. Some people have more whales than other people. And so, like, but I guess my point is, you can't rely on that for monetization. It's better to have these deals come in. I think that's the future way of monetization. I don't know about
That makes sense. And
you know, I just
guys, we have Aaron here as well, and anybody else that hears this, you know, we are really trying to make it really valuable for people to be in the worldwide gaming club that we're just starting to build out. We've got some really big plans that you'll see unfold towards the end of the year. And ultimately, with the supporter system, right, every kind of person that you have joined the club, you get 22.5% of their support. So it's a way for people to support streamers and content creators while also getting something back, aka winning a computer for now. And further down the line, we're going to have a couple of different interesting things coming out, which I think people are really going to love. One of those, actually, I want to ask you, Hog and Aaron, would you guys, if we were, for example, let's say you have supporters in the club, Aaron has a couple, if we spin a wheel with all the supporters and it lands on somebody, we would be able to talk to you and organize kind of like a conversation, maybe on this stream like this, with that viewer, and we would facilitate it. So we would kind of make everybody's time worthwhile, organize it all, and it's a way for fans to speak to their favorite content creators and, you know, win something from the club as well.
yeah,
What do you think about that?
yeah. I mean, I'd like to see more details on it and all, but it sounds cool to me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you think is a rookie mistake every new ARPG streamer or just content creators in general makes with, you know, money or streaming in general?
Well, number one mistake is people think it's easy. That's the number one. I can't tell you how many people that I've seen, and I don't. This is my interpretation. I haven't actually heard somebody say this, but it's almost like I see Hawg does it, you know, or I see Aaron does it, or if I see Rax does it, whoever the content creator is, I see they do it. I can do it too, and that's just they just dive right in, and you know, usually what you see is they quit streaming in about a month. And that's the number one biggest mistake is people to think this is an easy turn on the camera and play a video game and get money and get viewers, and that's just not. I mean, like, I just did a 110 120 hour marathon. I mean, I went to sleep. It wasn't a subathon or anything, but the Bornless was during Steam Next Fest. I'm a partner for that game. It's fun as shit. It's not an ARPG. It's an extraction shooter. It's a very unique game, but I've been playing the shit out of it. And why did I just get derailed in the middle of what we were? God damn it!
Could be the bud.
No,
No,
it just happens.
Nah, I get
Refresh
that
me on what
sometimes
we
as
were.
well. So you're
God
talking about
damn it,
Boneless.
Hawg.
Rookie
Right
mistake.
before that. Oh, the
But it's
Bornless,
easy.
the amount of prep work that I had to do, like I was doing like role play streams and shit, and I'd have music, and so I would sit here for 3, 4, 5 hours before the stream and have to come up with, you know, like music to play, like, cause my truck would come off of like ramp and shit, and I made, you know, AI music go, it's hard, with like Iron Maiden fucking music in the back, like shit like that. You don't just turn on the stream and play. It takes a lot of fucking prep work, investment. I probably invested $3,000 or $4,000 into my shit. Like it's a constant growth, and you're never making no money, and you're constantly pouring it back. Like that's the number one thing that I could tell anybody is, and I see it a lot in on the Reddit subforums about streaming and YouTube creation, is like people just have this expectation that you're gonna go live and people are gonna watch you, and that's just not what's gonna happen at all. Even if you get a raid by big content creators, like you're not gonna retain their viewers. You
Not
have to
at
get
all.
your own.
Nah.
And I mean, they might stay and watch you. Like I pride myself on having a pretty decent retention rate during a raid, but they're not coming back. I mean, they might come hang out, but they're not like, oh, this is my new streamer now. Like that rarely ever happens.
What do you think
raid.
is the subscription or even follow percentage of a raid? Like, let's say, you know, you get raided by someone with 2,000 people. How many people will actually subscribe?
Subscriptions? You're not gonna get subscribes from a raid, but I mean, you'll get pretty good bit. It depends on the size and depends on what you've got. You know, what you're doing, what you got queued up. Like, I mean, I've gotten racks and DM raids where I've gotten tons and tons and tons of followers from. So that's hard to say. But that's it's also a good metric for you to know as a content creator, is my content. And I'm not saying I've got the greatest content in the world, but I'm just saying, like, that's a good metric for you to know, like, you know, is my stuff good enough, or do I need to keep exploring? If you get a big raid and nobody follows you at all, you know, it might need to be, you might need to examine why that is. But it leads me into another thing, and it might just be like our generation and further, like, I don't know, but everybody is so sensitive to any kind of constructive criticism or feedback, and so, like, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. I try really hard not to be, but I think it's human nature or whatever. But if that's the biggest thing I can tell people too, is like, let people criticize your shit and learn from it, because you can actually fix a lot of issues. And I had audio issues that plagued my shit for like a year, and people would talk about it in the comments and YouTube and finally I got it all hammered out to where you never hear shit about it anymore ever. And so that's the biggest thing. If somebody gives you feedback, you'll know when someone's trolling you or whatever, but like if someone gives you honest feedback about something, you can't take it to heart. You just gotta listen. Like I've gotten like major critiques from racks, but like it wasn't anything like negative, just giving feedback to help me, you know, like that. And some people can't take that. And that's something that you gotta be open to, and you can't be a pussy. I'm just gonna be real. You can't take shit personal, even though everybody does sometimes. But you gotta have thick ass skin, because people it's the internet, right?
Yeah, and look, I totally agree that it's fucking hard. I am shocked how hard it is. So just for people out there, like I can't even explain it in words. If you see, for example, we've given away 5,000 USD just through these mini games, and you're like, holy shit, is that even real? Is that even true? I'll tell you now, 5,000 in the grand scheme of things, at least for TCM in terms of how much we've spent in about a year, is nothing. I can't like, I'm not gonna say how much, but the amount of time and money and effort that just TCM and this stream and all of that is just beyond me. I don't even know how I'm still like alive, to be honest. It's that amount of pressure and investment that means you just can't stop. Like you're in it now. For me, I can't stop, right? If I stop, I've just fucked my whole life basically. So
well, I mean, that's me too. I mean, I'm already this. I mean, this is what I do. Everyone's like, "What do you do?" This, and like,
yeah,
and I'm fixing to tell you, like, I've been given a, you know, nobody in the ARPG, you know, none of the, you know, I'm kind of, the joke is brand risk, right? But you know, one of these, the Bornless took me on as a partner, and like, I have my own truck and shit in the game, and so like, and I love, and like, I can see how people super shill for a game now because I like legit love this fucking game. It's so much fun. And so, like there's some other things that's, you know, it's working on, but,
It's insane.
the
It's
main thing,
insane.
the main thing with being a content creator is never narrow your scope. And I learned that real hard from D4. I bet a lot of shit on D4 that D4 was going to be badass, and D4 everybody was going to love it. Everybody's going to play this game, and it was literally the exact opposite. And I learned very quick there, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket either.
Mm.
You know,
Good
so-
advice. Good advice. All right. Did you ever turn down a sponsor that you wish you hadn't?
No. If I turn them down, it's because it just won't resonate with the audience, and it would be too. Not that I've regretted. No, I mean I usually try to make a pretty good decision. Like, if, for example, I have my agent ask me, "Hey, we got an advertisement for and it's like a cigarette substitute that's it's just air that you inhale," and I was like,
I
I'm
know
not,
that
no.
one. I know that.
And I was
one.
like, no. I was like, dude, I dip like a can of chewing tobacco a day. Like, I'm not gonna push that. Like, fuck no. So, I mean, there's not one really that I guess I hadn't had a big one that I hadn't had one that I regret. No, that's a good thing, I guess.
Interesting.
I don't have many regrets in my. I mean, there's a few things in my life I regret, but everything that I've done, which I've done a lot of shit, seen a lot of things, and I've had a pretty cool life, but everything's led me to where I'm at now, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I almost tried one of those kind of flavored air breathers. I can't remember what the hell it was called, Whiff or something. But I almost bought it once, and I was just like, it just doesn't look good. Like, I don't mind breathing flavored air or whatever. What I like,
Like, what's the point?
it's
That's
just
where
for the
I'm at.
taste. It's just for the taste, right? So I was wondering, can you actually taste it? You know, I'm a bit of a funny guy, so I like to chew nicotine gum with flavored gum just because I like nicotine. I don't know how that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's not for quitting smoking.
No,
It's like I go to
I'm
the
right there with you.
gym and I eat nicotine gum, and then I like get addicted to the gym. I go to work and I have the nicotine gum. So I seriously believe that my body now wants to work and now wants to go to the gym because of the fucking nicotine gum. Like, I've addicted myself to the things I want to be addicted to. And you know what? Makes you look kind of cool. Your breath always
There you
smells nice. And you know what I mean?
I mean, that's pretty much
like
how
it.
I live. I always have a dip in. It's a constant nicotine just dosage, but I'm sure my breath smells like fucking asshole in Copenhagen all the time because of it. So I can't boast about the fresh breath, but I'm like, damn, you got old dip breath. I'm like, yeah, sorry.
We all know why it smells like asshole.
Okay.
What have you been doing
I don't
together?
eat honey, Lilith. Okay. I don't put my tongue where that exits out. I don't enjoy that particular orifice, my dear.
All right.
Oh, wait,
What's
you don't
your
poop, do you? Do you poop?
she poops she poops runes, I'm sure.
Oh, ooh, that sounds painful. God damn. Plopping out old square
Good
rune.
ones.
Oh, are they square? That's what they sound like coming out.
Triangles.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Lord.
Oh god, dude. Taco Bell. All right. What do you think your biggest mistake ever in content creation was, and how did you fix it?
Hmm. Let me think about that for a second. Probably. I don't know. I mean, I probably feel like I could have taken advantage of Asmon, like viewing my stuff a little bit more, but at the same time, like, I mean, I was doing the best I could there, pumping it out. So I don't know. I mean, I wish I had, a lot of the shit, I feel like some of it's out of my control. I wish I had gone on to the finals. Like, I was final elimination rounds of OTK Top Streamer. I wish I had been able to at least go to fucking Austin to go to the final rounds. That would have been cool. But I mean, again, fuck what, you know, I made a, you know, in real life fucking poop chair. Like, I mean, I don't know what else I can fucking come up with. No, I actually, I don't have, no, I don't have any regrets at all, on what I've done, because, I've done what the fuck I wanted to do, and it was not motivated by, what the trend was, or how many views I can get, or how many fucking subs I can get, or none of that has ever been, a decision-making thing in any of my content ever. I sit in this chair and I either get inspired. My chat's seen it many times where something will hit. Either we're singing a song or something and I'll write it down and there comes a parody in a couple days, or I just am pissed off about something and want to bitch about something. Or I figured something out, or, you know, whatever. But I was real passionate about the D4 shit because I was passionate about Diablo. And, so now when that's, I guess there's nothing I regret, but now I'm in we're all of us are in kind of a weird spot right now because the content's just non-existent. Yeah, there's PoE League going on, but that's a 10-year-old game at this point. So like there's no PoE 2 stuff. There's no drama going on. There's no, we're waiting on last Epoch season. There's really, like, everything's quiet. We're in the trough, I feel like. And so that's something that, I'm trying to work on. Like, how can we, like, that's the problem with making ARPG content as well. I'd like to go back to touch on that a second, because there's so much of this with the seasonal stuff. It's actually very hard to stay consistent, which you have to stay consistent. Aaron actually does a very good job of staying consistent. I do a horrible job of staying consistent. So there we go. I just figured out the answer to the question. I wish I'd done better at staying consistent when the algorithm was doing very well in my favor. And I've failed on that a couple of times, to stay consistent. But again, it's very hard. And I've expressed this to Miss Hawg. Like, I wish I was able, to just pump out some shit. And like, I'd love to have 100K plaque on the fucking wall. I'm not saying everyone that has that plaque does that, but I would love to be able to just farm and get fucking 100K subs. But, I'm just not able to do that. I just do what I want. I
reckon you'll get there, man. You're a quarter of the way
I'll get there one day,
right?
but
you're gonna get there for sure.
Yeah, I'll get there one day. I ain't worried about it though. I mean, right now I'm losing subs like pretty crazy, so I don't know if I will, but whatever. I ain't worried about it. I like streaming, so YouTube's. I mean, I'll always make YouTube videos, but I really enjoy streaming more than anything. So as long as my streams entertain.
Aaron is saying co-hosting Town Portal podcast. What's that? Was that your biggest mistake, Aaron?
Oh yeah, is that your biggest mistake? So like, I would really, that was my biggest mistake. No, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I would really love.
What was it?
I don't. I think he's cutting up. I don't know. I would really love to have a show. Like, I would love to do a show. I just, like, I know my limits, and I know that I wouldn't be able to give it. You know, like, you do a good show. Aaron does a good show. There's a couple other really good shows out there, but I don't feel like I have enough. I don't want to commit to something and then like half-ass it. And so like, I had a guy named Jazzarus, you know, reach out to me, and he like wanted to do a show, and I had to tell him, I was like, dude, if you want to do the show, like, you got to do the show. I can't commit to, like, I'd love to do a damn show where you sit just like that. I love sitting here running my fucking mouth. That's fun to me. Sit here, I can do it all night, sit here and run my mouth. But it's a lot on top of all the other shit that we do. Can you imagine? So like, all this workload you have, then you have to do a daily stream on top of all of that. And then you have to edit after that stream's done and come up. It's like something's getting neglected. And sometimes it's for me, in my personal shit, it's YouTube that gets neglected a little bit. And so that's a regret of mine. I wish I could, you know, capitalize on some of that a bit better, but no big deal.
For me, it's just straight up sanity at this point because I actually have a full-time job. Then I basically work on TCM, like the site and everything. I have always customers and kind of members and users of the website doing like bug reports,
Mm-hmm.
problems with their subscriptions, just anything. And then I have this stream was actually I was doing it Saturday and Sunday, and I could tell that this is not sustainable mentally. Like mentally, I was just going not downhill, like as in depressed and shit, but I was just too tired to do anything. Like I could not
Yeah.
turn up to work properly or anything like that. So I had to think of something. I was like, 5 hours on Saturday. That's it. That's all I can handle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty insane, but I don't know. I think
I mean,
now I've
after the
planned it out pretty well. I can sustain.
and after Next Fest, I don't know, I was streaming like 12 hours a day, and after Next Fest was done, I slept for like 2 days. Like I tried to get on, like there was just nothing in me. Like and I love streaming, but I was like, no, I'm sorry. I love my audience. That they my brothers and sisters. I am sleeping. I'm fucking tired. Like I thought about it in real life. Like, dude, you just worked like 110, 120 hours. Like regardless if it's video game play, like fuck, man, go to bed. Damn. And see, that's what I was talking about earlier in the podcast. You got to be careful because that shit will fucking consume you. It becomes another addiction. And you can't neglect shit in your real life. You got to have a balance, but you do have to. This is another little secret I'll throw out to people, and I see it a lot. You have to understand that there are sometimes you have to make sacrifices, like during Steam Next Fest. Can't tell you how many people I saw that were part of this program. That this is the one opportunity for 1 week where you gotta bust your ass. You gotta cancel your commitments. You gotta tell everybody, hey, I'm unavailable. Like this requires a sacrifice, and a lot of people didn't sacrifice, and they didn't get to enjoy the benefits of that. Whereas, you know, and that comes in viewers. And so, you know, always keep that in mind too. Whereas if you're, let's say Steam Next Fest, and you're a partner for a game, and you only stream it 2 hours a day, and then you go hang out with your family every night. Like I know that's kind of a dick thing to say, like, oh, Hawg, you should hang out with your family. But yeah, if you're trying to be a big streamer, you're trying to get somewhere. Like you can't stream hanging out with a family. Like you can see them after that's done, but like you need to, like some of that, you got to make sacrifices sometime. I compare it, which is a silly comparison, but I compare it to like trying to be a musician, a rock star. Like those guys grinded their dick into the dirt and made all kind of sacrifices. Sometimes you do have to make a sacrifice. And I've seen, you know, sometimes you got to go outside your schedule. Like for example, PoE 2 launches on a Saturday, which I'm just using an example. And you're a
Grind
Monday
your
through
dick
Friday
right
streamer.
out, please.
Oh my God, honey. I thought you said you didn't have one of those. Okay.
Train of thought.
She's rendered me speechless. Okay, honey. But if you're a Monday through Friday streamer and you've got a big release on Saturday, and there's a drop campaign, and there's subscriptions going, and people have to, you know, pay two subs in your channel, and you don't modify your schedule and stream those days, then don't be asking people where your viewers are in a couple of days. Just like I wasn't asking where everybody was when I knew I was not logging into the PoE 1 League launch. I knew I wasn't going to have the viewers for that. I knew it. I already knew that. So it's things like that you got to know as well.
So basically, if you have a schedule, like you need to make sure you're online on the schedule.
I have found, and this is just for me, I have found it is extremely difficult to maintain a schedule because once you get into the groove of the schedule, then something's going to happen, aka Steam Next Fest. Or like perfect example, we were fishing in the morning. Like my schedule that I wanted to do is fish in the morning, do fish and stream in the morning, take a break at midday, edit, and then come on at night and stream. Now, you know, good and goddamn well that don't happen because it's very difficult and demanding to do that. B, when you do start getting to do it, then you got shit like Steam Next Fest that drops, where you're a partner for the game and you need to play it 24/7 basically, and that just throws the schedule out the window, you see. So the real thing is, if you have a schedule, just be flexible to stream outside of your schedule. Because not a whole lot of people have messaged me, but a few people messaged me like, what can I do to get more viewers? I don't understand. What's the problem? But at the same time, there's a bunch of drama going on with PoE2. There's drops going on. There's all this, and the people are not streaming during that time to capitalize or making content about it. You see what I'm saying? So always be flexible. Don't be confined to your schedule. Darkside Phil does that all the time. Number one Lolcow on the internet does that all the time. Is a slave to his schedule. And so when his entire audience is telling him like Clair Obscure's out, play Clair Obscure, he's finishing some old ass ancient game and waits a month until he plays Clair Obscure and then wonders why nobody's watching and nobody's supporting, because the hype's already died for Clair Obscure. So don't do that. Basically, here's what if you want to learn what not to do as a streamer, just watch Darkside Phil.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, and I'll agree, like streaming is also hard. I always compare it to driving a car for the first time. So the first time I hopped on, albeit like I have a bunch of stuff to control, maybe a little bit more. I was basically sweating, like my whole body was sweating, and everything. I'm like, is this working? Everything was breaking. I'm just like, shit, that's not working. This isn't working. It was just chaos for like at least the first 2 months. And then after that, I was like better. And now I just hop on and I can turn on, like from my PC restarting, I can turn everything on in probably about 20 minutes. And that counts all the AI programs, because even Lilith, right? She's very sophisticated. She can read the chat. She can hear us as well and reply to that on her own. Obviously, I turn it down for the podcast just so we're not interrupted all the time. And there's lots of stuff actually running in the background. So, and then it just becomes kind of natural. So it's really like a car, because eventually in a car, you just don't care. You're kind of daydreaming while you're driving almost. But initially, when you get in the car the first time, I've noticed everybody sweats. Like there's always a sweat patch on the driver's seat if that person's a new driver. If they're a new driver, there's going to be sweat.
You should see them at truck driving school when you get in the semi for the first time, and then the instructor tells everybody, do that. And then the instructor tells everybody, you have to parallel park this thing to get your light. And it's a requirement to parallel park a semi to get your CDL. And everyone's like, oh no. Some people can barely straight back the shit. Like,
Nah, the closest thing I had was I was getting a forklift license like ages ago. So I was actually an automotive mechanic. Then I was like, oh, I'm going to do forklifting because it's like kind of easy money stuff, right? And then, so I did the license. I did get it eventually, but the first time, one of the tests was to put the pallet on the top level. I think it was like 3-4 levels up. I don't know. For me, it was like at the ceiling. It was so fucking high up. And I like everything made so much sense. It was so easy. Everything was fine. But that one, the last one, for some reason, I didn't angle the forks down. You know how they're angled back, then you go up, and then you get to put it on and then angle them down before you come out. I started coming out with the forks still angled up. I almost took the whole thing down, right? So it was like everything started moving, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh,
And they're like, "Come back next week." You failed. I'm like, I'm happy I'm still alive. Like, I did not become a forklift driver.
School.
Just so everybody knows. I was like, I got the license, but I am not risking that shit. Like doing that every day, nah. Like that was enough for me to say no, thank you.
Yeah, I hear you. Shit.
All right.
Yeah, I failed my. I was the top guy. They called it Top Gun. I was top guy at truck driving school. So you were the first one that got to go take your test. And I go in there, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready. And they're like, all right, put your eyes in there, and 1980s looking binocular machine. And I was like, uh-oh. Like the second I put my eyes in there, I was like, I can't see this shit. And I was like squinting till about my eyes blew out. LMNOP. They were like, try again. I was like, oh, shit.
Can't see shit.
LMNOZ. And they were like, oh, baby, you fail. I'm sorry. You gotta go get glasses. So like, I immediately walk out there like, you fail? How'd you fail? I was like, I can't see. So then I had to go get glasses, and then I went back and passed. It was fine, but man, that shit was embarrassing. You're like, all right, hell yeah, Top Gun, go in, baby. Like everyone's expecting me to come out with my license. I came out and failed. I was like, okay. Oh.
Look, what do you guys think causes hype trains in Twitch? I think Aaron as well is just so good at this. Like, what causes them and sustains
No idea.
them?
Can't tell you. I have no idea. That's a question for Aaron when he comes on here.
When he comes on,
Aaron's the master at a hype train.
we're gonna have to replace Lilith with something a bit more appropriate, I think, and then try to get
Oh,
him on board.
I know what you. There's a portal called the Mother's Portal, the Vagine Portal is what I call it. Bring that in here. It's a portal from last Epoch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a purple. It looks like a Vagine, but it's purple and glows and shit. And it's a channel reward on his channel that people activate, and he's got to change it over to that. That's what you should bring in here for Lilith.
Aaron's like, I ain't ever coming on this shit.
Aaron's like, I hate you, Hawg.
Yeah, I mean, he can sustain. I've seen him sustain the subathons for like over a month. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Honestly.
Yeah, he's and then that goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's that Aaron is blessed with an audience, a very, 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 very generous audience. Some streamers have that. Some streamers don't have that. I don't know. That's about the only observation I can make with that. But there's an art to it. To like Aaron does it well with the polka, and it's just a very he has his own unique. I don't even think it's I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's like a planned thing. I think this is what we'll do when it happens, and it just works. But Aaron is I feel like Aaron's an anomaly, if that's the correct use of that word, for a streamer our size. He has he has like thousands of viewer size support. Very, very blessed, and he deserves it. He's a great guy.
I get what you mean. Like,
but
viewer to sub ratio is insane.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know what I think that's just pure RNG. I think that maybe it's your personality. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. It might be a non-degenerate person like Aaron. I don't know. There's no science to that. I don't know. I wish I could figure that out, because then I'd be.
You'd be hype
man,
training all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, fair enough. But
Aaron's just a great streamer. Like, I'm not trying to blow smoke. Aaron's my friend. I like to friendly talk shit all the time with him, banner. But Aaron's a great streamer. I mean, there's no denying that at all. So he's very good at keeping the chat engaged. He can actually play ARPGs all day with no music and keep his chat engaged. He's actually a phenomenal streamer.
Yeah, what's with the music thing?
Surprised.
Because I always I'm like, should I have music on? And then I feel like then you can't hear the game, and then I don't know what genre of music to play. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, I play all kind of shit on mine just because I like all kind. I mean, sometimes I'll suffer a chat with Kenny G. I mean, but different streamers have. I mean, I think Aaron does it just to keep a more engaging atmosphere. Sometimes the music can. I don't want to say alienate, but sometimes it can take it away. It's just depends on your chat.
But it seems like
sometimes the music can push people away if they don't want to hear country music, or if they don't want to hear, death metal or something. They won't stick around. So it can be a gamble. this is just life of streaming though, dude. It's like you don't ever know if you're making the right decision. Like I used to have Laura Juicy TV, the fart girl. I used to have her as a channel point redeem, like multiple things. Like she would fart in the stairwell, and like all 10 of us thought shit was hilarious, but like it was really hurting my viewership. And so Rax would come in and raid with like 1,500 people, and then my OG guys would think it's hilarious to spam the shit, just nonstop ripping toots. Like, yeah, it's funny, but nobody. Like, I didn't have any fucking viewers. When I got rid of all that shit, I started getting viewers. So it's just, you just got to try it. I mean, I don't know what the correct answer is, but
This is
it's all
Lilith's
about what fits your stream.
favorite song.
Oh yeah, you gotta zoom that in. Oh God, she's aroused. Lilith, damn girl. Look at Billy. He's like, yeah, blink, Billy.
Oh man, we used to play the original, so she would do the dance, and then we would like spin the wheel. And dude, YouTube hates it. It just basically every time copyright strike, copyright strike. It's like, just piss off. Just let us play the damn
Dude,
song.
so
You know what I
it's-
mean?
And I think that's the major issue with, like we talked about monetization earlier. It's the platforms, man. Like I really don't think it should be on the sole backs of the viewers to finance the streamer. Like I really feel like Kick does it the right way, but Twitch is just, even when you grind a partner plus or whatever, like I just feel like we don't, pay us some fucking money instead of the damn viewers paying us. Like the ad revenue and shit we make is just a joke. And so that's a lot of the, like Kick does it the right way. Kick, if you've got enough viewers, Kick will actually pay you like per hour to stream. It's not a ton of money, but it's like $15 an hour or some shit, depending on your viewer base. So anyway, come here, honey. Come here.
Okay. How about yours? So we talked a bit about, hype trains and whatnot. I mean, you still have a pretty loyal community, right? Even when you roast them. Do you have any secret rule for just keeping that community nice and tight knit? Make sure, they're kind of consistently there, I guess.
No.
It's a hard one to answer, even for
Dude,
Rax.
it really is for me because I
Yeah.
don't have like, there's really no behind the scenes like scheme to,
I
like I hate to even use that word scheme. No, I know, but I hate to use that word, but like just because that word's there, but like I don't sit here and go, okay, my viewer numbers are down. Like I might think about that a minute, like that stream kind of sucked, the viewers are down, but I'm always just trying to be me. So like I hope I never try to be artificial and use something that I wouldn't use normally. I think this might be cocky or might not be humble or whatever, but I think that I just naturally can keep folks coming around. Folks are going to leave and shit, but it's usually because if folks leave and shit, it's usually because they just either don't want to, folks leave because I play a different game or they disagree with my opinion. But I just try to I try to treat it like my shit. Come in, hang out, sit down, smoke, fucking chill, do whatever. I don't know. There's no retention.
Plan.
There's not even, and that's really bad to even say that out loud, but there's no thought about that really. It's just, here's my, like, I think more about, I would plan more about like, what am I going to do for this stream, this time, instead of, you know, how can I retain my people? I just focus on providing something entertaining. I guess that's the best way to look at it instead of thinking about it the other way.
That's fair enough. I
'Cause,
think.
I mean, dude, if you're here's the bottom line with streaming, and what it all boils down to is if you're entertaining, people will stay and watch you. Just that simple. There's no secret juice or anything, like, just be fucking entertaining. Just that simple. If you're sitting here and there's dead air, nobody's saying anything, you're not doing anything, which everybody's guilty of it sometimes, but if that's like a majority of your stream, you never look at chat, you don't say shit, there's never any funny moments, like, no one's going to watch you. It's just reality of how it is. If you're funny and there's shit that happens all the time and you do wild shit, or like, you know, or if you're, you know, if you're really, you don't even have to have a personality. If you're really good at the fucking game, like, that's another thing, but you got to be entertaining somehow. If you're not entertaining, it's just, that's all it boils down to in the very end of the day is make good content and be entertaining. If you don't do those things, you're not going to have viewers.
Yeah, I'm guilty of the dead air a lot because I live in Australia, which is the time zone is just terrible. Like, I'm not in tune with the Americans, I'm not in tune with the Europeans. So I have to
Yeah.
stream at very awkward times, and I've basically had to change my sleeping schedules, maybe even for the better, because I used to wake up super late. But like, obviously, I'm gonna be way more energetic and shit when it's like, 6 p.m., for example, is usually when I'm fully hyped. Uh, so yeah, I like sometimes I'm just tired and it's like, what can I do, right? My option is stream when everybody's sleeping, or wake up and stream when everybody's not sleeping, and somehow have energy for that. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
I think
it's just
Rax
always
is
something to, I guess what helps me is I watch a lot of Lolcow stuff, and a good one to watch is, Kino Casino, and they do, they cover a lot of the locales, and it's just a drama kind of cover. Like, they just talk shit. I call it true trash. It's like national. We have a, it's like paparazzi, fueled kind of. One of the magazines over here is called National Enquirer. My mom used to always get it. She called it true trash, and it's just all the tabloids and shit, you know. But that's basically what these guys are. But they will point out things that these guys do that's not good for streaming, and so that's why I like watching them. Because, and that's where I kind of learned about this dead air, because Darkside Phil, I refer to him a lot because he's hot in the lolcow world right now. He has a lot of dead air. All he does is beg for money and have dead air. Shit. And that's one thing that they rip him on all the time. All the dead air. Like, even if you have to talk to yourself or something, like, and it doesn't have to be non-stop. Like, there's okay to have some dead air. And it's, you know, as ARPG guys, like, there's dead air sometimes. But if you're not, if you're a podcast host, you know, not, this is not directed anyway, this is just generalized statements, but if like you're a podcast host, or if you're like, if that's all like Kino Casino, if they have any dead air where like their show is ripping on people, it takes away. And so that's some advice I can give to folks too, is watch some of these lolcow dudes, because that's the biggest thing you can learn from is people failing, so you don't have to fail. Just, you know, they'll tell you quick what not to do.
Can you drop a link in chat
beg
for this? Because I'm not 100% sure what lolcow is, but I'd like to watch some of this.
So lolcow, it's spelled like that.
Okay, lolcow.
I think that's the link you need. Oh, I guess I got blacklisted by Nightbot. My bad. It's somebody that.
Oh my god, that's so annoying. I'll do the chat.
Okay.
I really need to reconfigure that bot. I see you're like a little devil as well. So when you subscribe on here, we have the little devils. They go in tiers and they dress up all the way to like wearing a crown and wearing a robe. It's pretty funny.
So a lolcow is somebody that has people watch him just to laugh, but in his own mind, he's like, his narcissism's so bad, like he thinks it's amazing. So like DSP, for example, he hand raised it on stream, and so he thought that his camera was on the starting soon screen, and so all of his chat is in the pre-stream, and they're all waiting. and he's hand raising it while everyone's waiting on him to go live. But this one time, he does it with the camera on like this. So the whole thing, like, you don't see his Peter or anything, but pretty much from where I'm at up. And he gets done and he looks over and he goes, "Oh, camera was on the whole time, huh?"
Wait. What do you mean? He's jacking off on the stream?
Yeah, hand raising it. Yeah, he was
unreal,
caught
dude.
jacking off. He was caught, and he thought that he had his pre-stream screen up.
Pre-stream?
And
Wouldn't you want your like computer turned off? Like,
But see, now you're getting a taste of the Lolcow brain.
insane,
In his
dude.
mind, nobody in their right mind would start the stream with a starting soon screen up, and right here, while the chat's live, be hand raising it while everyone's in the chat.
God,
Nobody
dude.
would do that except for this guy, and that's what makes you a Lolcow. So that's what started. But dude, I'm talking about it's a black hole that you can jump into with this guy. But the recent one is he ordered the Switch 2. It said 1 pre-order per household. He ordered 2. Walmart canceled the order. He blamed Walmart and the detractors and all his trolls and said they social engineered all this shit and fake pretended to be him. And everyone was like, "Phil, there was a fucking 1 per order and you ordered 2. He was like, "That's conspiracy theory bullshit and I don't want to fucking hear it." Like, that's Lolcow shit. He never does anything wrong. The game cheats. That's another thing he says all the time is the game cheats. He's playing Switch 2 Mario Kart and he says the game cheats on purpose. Like, dude, come on. He's serious as a fucking heart attack too. It's great. Some of the greatest shit you'll ever watch. But it'll teach you what not to do streaming. Don't jack off during your pre-stream. Like, don't do that.
Insane.
Matter of fact, anywhere near your stream area, don't do that.
All right, when the drama
Oh,
hits the
man.
fan, yeah, what's the Hawg way to handle trolls and haters?
Usually play with them for a little bit. And then if it starts getting disruptive to the stream, it's time to ban them. But that'll lead me into another point of view, another point of advice. That's the scariest thing for a small streamer is to ban somebody.
Mm.
If you have 3 viewers, and I see it all the time in Reddit too, people asking for advice. I got this guy coming in my stream and he's being disruptive, and I've asked him a bunch of times not to do it, and he keeps doing it. Like, what do I do? Like, fucking ban them. Like, so again, it's your stream, so always remember that. Be in control of your ship. It's your stream, but I mean, it's very rare that I get a troll. It's actually very rare. My chat will tell you that too. It's actually quite rare that we get a troll. We might have somebody come in and like talk shit about a game, and then, you know, I'll engage with them a little bit, whatever. But it's very rare that somebody comes in, and I think somebody tried to challenge, it's so dumb, like try to challenge my redneck cred or some shit. And so I entertained him for a little bit, but some people are just straight trolls, and you'll know at that point, like, if you can't satisfy them with anything ever, you just get rid of them. So don't be afraid to ban people, because there's always going to be somebody else that comes in. It's okay. But yeah, no, I mean, I ain't scared. So I mean, like, most of these motherfuckers come on my stream, you know, which it's been very, 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 maybe since like, I don't know, when I was taking on Blizzard that day, during the Support Your Streamer program. It's been a long time since I've had anybody try to just come in and blatantly troll me. They know better than that shit. Now I say that and people do it, but it's very rare that I've got an issue. But just ban them and move on. That's all it is.
How about toxic content creators? Do you know any?
Yeah. A lot of folks say I'm toxic, but you know, what do you mean, do I know any? We were talking about him earlier.
About him, yeah.
Yeah, we did a whole segment on him. There's a bunch of toxic content creators out. I mean, it's just, I mean, like I said, the whole, not really in ARPGs. I mean, maybe Belton a little bit, but
Oh, the
not really in
PoE guy?
ARPG. Maybe I'm, huh?
The
Yeah,
PoE
Belton from PoE. Yeah. I mean,
TFT guy.
I know Belton. You know, like I don't mean to talk bad about him. I think he's a good guy, but I think he gets a little. I think he writes his mouth writes a check that a channel that size can't cash sometimes, and it just bites him in the ass. I mean, if you've got shit working in the background, we're talking, you know, substantial amount of money and shit. You might want to just be a little. I'm not saying change yourself, but just be a little careful about what you do. And you know, sometimes that doesn't happen over there. But I love
Mm.
I mean, I like the guy. He was first PoE creator. You know, we did some content together. But some people would call him toxic, but shit, people call me toxic too. I mean, people think I'm toxic for, you know, making those parodies and shit and speaking my mind. So, but you'll see some true toxicity, like I was talking about earlier, is in the Lolcow detractor community. That's legit. It's a host leech relationship over there. And it's just, that's some uber toxicity over there. And, but, no, there's not really too many, at least in our sphere, there's not many, besides Quinn. I think he's probably the most toxic out of all of them.
Okay.
Do you ever wish you could go back to just fishing? No chat, no metrics, no expectations?
No,
No?
nope, never. I like this shit. Since I was a little boy, I always wanted to be like a rock star and shit. So I'm a people
Awesome.
person. I can get along with the devil. I like streaming. I like having, I mean, I like attention. I mean, I don't know. I like this shit. So no, I don't miss it at all.
You're getting along with the devil right now, right? Little one.
Huh?
You're getting
Yeah,
along with
yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
devil right now, man.
Yeah.
What daily habit do you swear by that moves you forward in your streaming career?
That's a really, really good question. Way my brain works, it isn't a habit, I guess, but it's the best answer I got for you. The way my brain works, it's just nonstop. I have real bad ADHD, so my brain is nonstop. All kind of shit's happening at all time, and it's it's a gift and a curse at the same time. But I'm constantly thinking about content to make in the form of a parody or something, and I'll work it out in my head. And usually everything happens in the shower. That's, you know, like Dimebag Darrell, the lead guitar player for Pantera, rest in peace. He wrote all his badass riffs on the shitter. He had a guitar and an amp in the shitter, and he'd take a shit and fucking shred. And that's how a lot of his badass licks were wrote. A lot of my ideas come in the shower. But that's, if you get in the habit of always thinking about not staying confined and how can I get better.
I like to come in the shower too.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. Okay. Lil, do we need to, Jesus. Okay.
What's the
Lilith.
darkest or loneliest moment you've had since starting this journey?
Darkest or loneliest moment since starting this journey? You know, I think I've been pretty blessed. I've not felt really too bad, but it sucked pretty bad when my, all that shit went down with WoW. Excuse me, when I lost my moderator and shit, and all that shit was talked behind my back for no fucking reason. You know, felt like I had a good opportunity. It was sabotaged and shit. That was pretty dark. but it's never been a point to where I was like, I'm gonna take a break from content creation. It wasn't like what happened over in fishing or anything. So, no, I've been pretty blessed. I've had a pretty good run so far. I've enjoyed what's happened. I've met some really cool people and talked with folks all over the world. And, I mean, if you had asked me 5 years ago, like, hey, you're going to be talking to a dude from Australia on a podcast and on YouTube, I told you fucking crazy, you know? So I've been, you know, I try to live with no regrets and I try to not be dark. And I mean, it's a daily struggle, to be real. Like, you know, you'd love to, you know, have DM and Rax numbers and shit, but then, you know, you also have to, after you say that to yourself, then you're like, well, DM worked for 7 fucking years to get there. It's just a nonstop, at least for me, it's a nonstop internal struggle with whether, you know, you're making the right decisions, be patient, work, but shit ain't gonna come easy, period. It takes a long time, in year 2.5 maybe. Shit takes years and years and years and years and years. And that's the biggest challenge is mental, and the biggest challenge is not fucking quitting right before you start getting some traction. And the biggest challenge is not beating yourself up, because that can happen too. You know, you don't think you're good enough, or the content ain't good enough, or you compare yourself to other people. It's a big mental fucking thing. So I guess it can get kind of dark, but you always have to look at the good thing. Like, I got a bunch of guys here that are cool. They love when I log in. You know, I got a couple cool content creator friends. You know, you just gotta look at it that way. It's not this shit. I mean, I sound like a pussy sometimes. This shit ain't fucking easy though. I've done a lot of things in my life. Worked on car. I've had cars chasing me in my fucking sleep and shit that I couldn't fix. That I was married to, like, just fucking nightmare shit. And I'm talking about having a transmission I had to fucking rebuild 8 fucking times in and out of a car. I've had all kind of nightmares like that, and it pales in comparison to trying to keep something like this going, because you know what can happen if it goes, and you know what can happen if you lose it.
That's touching, baby.
Oh, hush. Oh, God. You're going to get me in trouble, man. Miss Hawg's going to watch this.
Better.
Babe, come on now.
Lilith, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Come back.
Lilith, honey, we need to do this off the stream. We're going to get in trouble. Damn, honey. She do this with everybody, or is it just for me?
I don't know, man.
Damn.
Looks pretty interested.
Yeah, I see that.
All right.
We got a little after hours stream, you know.
So eventually everything good does come to an end, right? When the rod goes back onto the rack for good, how do you want the community to remember you?
This is a wild motherfucker, didn't give a shit.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I when you first start, when I first started getting coverage, people were like, "Oh, I wonder if that's an act or la la la." And I rarely ever see that anymore now. But I just want people to remember, like, that dude was fucking real, and that was a wild ass dude. I mean, I don't know. I just live my life. I know I'm a character and all, but I don't know. I don't plan on I mean, that rod will hang up when I die. Technology's the way it is now. Hell, I don't see any reason why not to keep streaming for a long time. Keep fishing too.
You'll never forget your long, stiff rod and how you handle it.
Oh my God, honey. Yep, that's what we call a succubus right there, boys. That's grade A certified definition of succubus. That's how they get you like that.
It leaves me smelling like prawns for the rest of the week.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Go get a pH check.
Wow.
We just smell like prawn. We call them shrimp. I didn't know what a prawn was for a long time. I said, what the fuck is a prawn? Oh, it's shrimp. Honey, you better not be smelling like shrimp.
Just an FYI, guys. even I get surprised by what she says, and it's by design like that. So
That's great. Damn, honey.
she can be on full automatic mode.
That's great.
But then it gets insane. Wow. Okay. So just got some rapid fire questions really coming up. So let's jump into, let's just play the canon game and then do our rapid
Okay.
fires. And this has been amazing,
Damn,
guys.
girl.
If you're enjoying it and you want to see other people on here, let us know who you want to see. You know, if you want to drop us a follow, if you're feeling spicy, give us a sub. Anything helps. Let's jump into this canon game. Give away another $50.
Damn, she was
think
trying
this
to go under the
is-
desk. Damn, oh,
This is a good
this is
game
Hollywood.
for
Damn.
the loose cannon brand. So we got some loose cannons here. Hmm. Just log in. All right, guys. So how this one works, you choose a cannon. The cannon shoot. Either you go into the wall or you go onto the island. If you go on the island, you get a point. The first person with more points than everybody else wins $50. Very easy. And you join with channel points. We'll give everybody 30 more seconds. So bottom of the sender message in the chat on the left, channel points, and you'll be able to get in to one of the cannons. If you pick 2 cannons, guys, it's just going to put you into the first one, so don't bother trying. So if somebody goes on the island, they win $50. If there's multiple guys on the island, then we go again until we have somebody with more points from going on the island. Anybody missing? We use channel points to get into a cannon. Okay, we're gonna fire.
Up. No.
Okay, we've got a bunch of guys on 1 point now. Load into... Oh, shit. Whoops. Okay. Load into a cannon, guys. We've just went to 4 cannons immediately. Make it more interesting. We had a misfire.
Get in my hole, boys.
Missing 2 guys. We had 14 last time. You gotta get in the cannon again. Give you 10 seconds. I'm shooting. Okay, so there's 2 guys on 2 points. So if one of them goes on the island, that person will win. But people can still catch up. Jump into a cannon, please. If anyone skipped the previous rounds, you can still win. You only need to go on the island 3 times. Ready? I'm shooting. Okay, a bunch of guys on 2 points now. Alright, hop in the cannons, guys. I dare you all to go into 1 cannon. Everybody go into 3. Missing 4 people from last round. Get on the island, win $50. $10 seconds. We're gonna shoot. Okay, one more joined. Yep, another one. Anyone else? 10 more seconds. Okay, now there's 17. 18. Anybody else? Channel points below the sender message in the chat. Okay, let's shoot. Just 3 guys on the island. Game over, Jogi62. You've won. Easy as that, my friends. You got $50.
Rick.
I'm gonna whisper you now. So I'm just asking for your PayPal email, and then after the show, I'll PayPal everybody that's won. There's been 121 so far. We do this every weekend. We play the games every hour when there's no podcast. So feel free to come. It's just 5 hours every weekend. It's pretty much just it's like coming to a carnival, right? If you don't have PayPal, just let me know what you want. Sometimes we do gift cards, Steam, Battle.net, Amazon, whatever you want. Usually we can sort it out. All right. What do you think about that one, guys? What does everyone prefer, hats or cannons?
I like the hats.
You like the hats?
Mm-hmm. And the cannons is cool too, but I like the hats.
All right. So, got a couple more and then rapid fire, basically almost there. So this is an interesting one. You touched on it before we actually started. So but I think it's valuable. Actually, for me, it's a tip I'm going to definitely take on board. How do you remember or flag your best highlights for clipping after the stream?
With my basically my Steam Deck, like I was saying earlier, I got it set up to where it's got a marker button or a clip button, so I can just kind of mark those. And other way to do it as well is to just take the whole stream and drop it in your editing software. I use Premiere Pro, and then you can kind of look at the sound file and see where there's peaks and if there's an exciting area, there'll be more volume in the sound file than there will be in a area where there's not as much excitement. So that'll help out too.
It was a specific stream deck though, right? It had some specific names.
I use the Razer branded one, but it uses a program called Lupe Deck.
Okay.
I think that can control. I think you can use it on other things as well, but
and how would you?
It's got a plug-in.
How would you define a good highlight? Like, how do you know? Okay, that's worth sharing.
Okay, so for an ARPG, a good drop, good gamble, good div card roll. For the Bornless, it was demons roll up on me, a couple of them, and kill me, or a funny interaction with another player. I mean, you'll see your chat reacting. People will laugh. I mean, you start to know. I mean, that's pretty easy. You see a bunch of reactions from the chat, and you feel like it was for yourself laughing and enjoying it, then you know that's something you need to highlight. But I mean, especially in my gameplays, like when you need to. I mean, like I had a bunch of the creators. We were playing the Bornless. It was creators versus devs. We had we were like doing a custom game on stream, and we had a bunch of guys in my truck in the back, and we were about to have a head-on collision with the devs, and they had a bunch of guys in the back of their truck, and we had a head-on collision. The trucks flipped over, and half the creators died, and I got out and started shooting. I mean, obviously, that's one that you want to mark right there. Just good gameplays, good thing, especially like I said, ARPG, good drops, or something that's. Rex is a good one to watch. Like when you 6-link something, that's a good one. Anything that's quick dopamine giver for content that's cool to watch.
If you could design a mini fishing game for the Crimson Loot Carnival, short, simple, and always ends with just one winner, how would it work?
Damn. Always ends in one winner. Okay, so you have everybody, all the viewers cast a line, so they're all around the pond. They cast a line. And then I guess it's I don't know if it's RNG or what. Or everybody catches a fish, and the top whatever move on to the next round, and you just like a fishing tournament style, whoever has the biggest catch wins. That's exactly what you do, just a mini fishing tournament. Or you could have it to where 2 minutes go and your character catches a bunch of fish and the total guy at the end wins. That's what I do.
Okay, we can work with that.
I mean, putting me on the spot, instant, quick round. I mean, there you go. Yeah.
It's a difficult one, right? Because you've got that always one winner. It's hard to work around. But I have some ideas based on what you said. So we'll work that into it. We'll have a fishing game soon.
Yeah, you can look at a tournament. There's always biggest fish or heaviest weight. I mean, there's always one winner. So